Greetings! Welcome to Tifa's Tarot, and in this video we are going to be continuing our tarot journey, and we are continuing it with card number 7 in our major arcana, which is the Chariot card. Okay, so we will talk about what the symbols are in the Chariot card, what it represents when it is talking about a person, what it represents in matters of love, also what about career and finances, and also lastly, if you were inquiring about spiritual matters, what does the Chariot mean? Okay, and we're talking about this in the upright position. So first, let's talk about numerically. Sevens are really associated, they're kind of a magical number because they're kind of associated with giving yourself creative control or expressing yourself and letting that be your divine individuality. It could also represent making choices in a way, or taking control of situations. In this card is really associated with movement, right? The Chariot, right? So it's kind of talks about moving or progressing towards something, okay, and a balanced and a positive direction. Zodiologically, this is a Cancerian card, and there's a lot of Cancer energy that we can see symbolically. We've got the crescent moons, right, that are which Cancer is represented by. The card kind of shows a little bit of his Cancer side. He seems very emotionally balanced and in tuned, right? As you can see, his face is very calm, and he shows like a very silent strength in that. And you can also see that he's able to get places emotionally without a whole lot of willpower. He's not really controlling these sphinxes here, right? He doesn't have any reins on them, and he's not really steering them. He's just able to go into two different directions at the same time with sheer willpower, so to speak. Okay, so the sphinxes right here, they would represent really combination of unity and balance, right? And we've got our black and white symbols, right, as well. In his hand, he is holding a wand, and wands in tarot are meant to indicate passions or pursuits. He's also got the wings and the crescent, okay? So that represents, that's more of how a chariot navigates, right, through wisdom and inspiration and charges forward based on that, right? Wings are also associated with movement. So if you receive this card and you just asking about something in general, this could mean you're overcoming obstacles, but just willpower that you have, or showing that you have levels of endurance that are taking you far. It could also talk about a time where it's really important for you to stay disciplined and focused and motivated to whatever objective that you're on or what you're asking about. This is also a transportation card, so if this comes out, this could be indicating a message about your car or a vehicle or whatever method that you use for transportation. If this comes out and you're asking about an emotional matter, it could show that you are probably acting maybe very defensively, and that to kind of let your guard down a little bit, and that it can show that you are really kind of hiding your vulnerable side, so people not really are able to see how you feel about a situation from the outside looking at you. But because this is a movement card, it could also indicate success in anything that has to do with competition, like gaming or sports or anything like that. But ultimately, this is like a victory card, and it guarantees victory if you're able to balance your heart and your emotions, or your heart and your mind in some way. Okay, so let's say if this is representing a person and this comes out, this can indicate someone who is very strong-willed and does not really easily allow their emotions to be displayed, that they are not susceptible to distraction in any way as well. This person can stay is very vigilant and can stay motivated, and they don't easily follow other people's advice, right? They go with what feels right to them, so they're very self-assured in that way. Well, if we're talking about love, and let's say that you are in a relationship, it could show that you and your partner kind of need to conquer some emotional issues, right? Maybe have, it's kind of encouraging you to increase your communication and to work hard to kind of stay together, because it's not a very romantic card in that sense, right? It could also mean that there could be issues in love languages, like how you guys express yourselves in that way, and that you can have victory in that relationship if you're willing to do the work for it, right? So this is not, it's all peaches and cream romantically, but it's guaranteeing that with work, you can be successful. And I believe that's true in a lot of relationships, honestly. It could also mean to kind of avoid third-party interventions in your partnerships. If you are having issues with your relationship, don't rely too heavily on people who are not in the relationship. So rely on you and your partner to solve the issue and not really involving other people or third parties. If you are single and this comes up, this could show that you might have problems conquering your own emotional problems, right? It could be that you're being too clingy, you're appearing too clingy, or you're appearing too detached. Okay. But ultimately, it's asking you to be balanced in your approach to how you want to balance your love life and the rest of your life. Okay. So if we talk about in a career reading. So if you talk about your career, your finances, this is a pretty positive card. I think it could mean that you were really like diligently working on your goals at work, and you're having like a good amount of success from that, and it's an encouragement for you to continue on that trajectory. So you're like moving in the right direction when this happens and you're asking about something at work. If you're looking for a job, this is a great sign to really get into like what you really want to do. So this is encouraging you to actually get serious about your passions and to put that into what it takes to take you to the next level for what you actually want to do. Okay. Because this is a transportation card, as I mentioned before, it could also indicate opportunities with work and travel, or traveling in some way that has to do with work, like paying for a car or maybe plane tickets, or it could even indicate like paying for a vacation time that you received at work, or it could be talking about that as well. Could also mean getting ahead. If you have any financial problems and this comes out, it can mean tackling those problems and getting ahead of it and moving in the right direction with that. Let's say if you are inquiring about your spirituality in some way and you're undergoing something that's new, this is a good sign. It's basically saying that to stay the course, right? And basically to stay focused on your objectives, and then you'll find success in that. So it's basically just asking you to learn more of the fundamentals of the spirituality to practice, or to ritualists, like whatever, to practice in that way, and go in that direction. Okay. So that is the Chariot card in the upright position. And ultimately, this is just an action card. This is a movement card. This is asking or inquiring you to go to the next level of what you want to do, or to stay the course if things are going well. Okay. And I hope that was helpful, and have a good day wherever you are. Bye.